Hey, 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 what is going on, everybody? It's the Clown Show with your host, Todd Fox, along with Fernando Mania, the Lone Star Halo, and Dominique from Catella Chronicles. Welcome in, everybody, to a phenomenal show that we have for you tonight. We're going to be talking Angels baseball. We're going to be talking everything that is what's wrong with the Halos. And you know what? I'm just going to throw it over right away to my boy, Fernando.
Okay, for starters, my face right here tells you everything I need to know. I am absolutely terrified, and there's a reason why I'm that terrified. Arte Moreno, today we are coming for you, brother. If you think that this is your swan song and you think that this is the year or we're so close to winning a championship, brother, you're not going to get redemption. You're getting your ass kicked, okay? I'm going to spill what I need to spill to get you guys to know that Arte Moreno is a bad person. We're going for the throat. We're gonna go straight out with a bang. All right, so I won't tell you guys exactly how much the medical budget was for this specific minor league team of the Angels, but my mortgage is $3,100 a month. That's how much I pay a month to live in the beautiful state of Texas. Artie Moreno spent just over that for one of his minor league team's medical budget. Let's just say I wouldn't even be able to pay my mortgage for a month and a quarter of a month with the amount of money that he invested into this minor league organization's budget. They did not have enough sunscreen. They did not have enough band-aids to cover the expenses of their minor league baseball players. And if that wasn't bad enough, Artie Moreno has served players in his organization with cease and desist orders for using the Angels logo without profit to teach kids in poor Latin countries how to play baseball for free. Served them with cease and desist orders for using the Angels logo. Artie Moreno, it's over, brother. You're not a winner. You never were a winner. It's always been about the dollar signs, and I'm so tired of it. I'm tired of you forcing these minor leaguers, and I get it's not just you, to live off of $12,000 a year. I would say that's slave labor, but unfortunately, it's probably worse because that's not even minimum wage. Minimum wage in the state of Texas is $7.25. You don't even give your minor leaguers that, and neither does Major League Baseball. Yeah, great. Mike Trout makes a lot of money, but it's because Mike Trout's getting paid for what he did in the minors, right? These players get these giant contracts, and they're getting bought out of those crappy years where they were forced to eat whatever zebra cakes at the gas station, when they were forced to live off of $20 a day for food. Actually, it's $12 because then they have to pay the clubbies in the locker room for their meals. You know, I'm going to stop right there because I'm sure we're going to elaborate on all this stuff. Arne Moreno, you're a bad person. See you in hell, brother.
I'm going to come off right now and as the clown that I am right now because I feel like I have to get into
Where's your
character for
horn?
this one. I,
Yeah, bring on the horn. You gotta do the
I
trifecta here.
feel like I need to ride my bike down Catella to say, fuck you, Artie, for fucking up this season. And I promised this season that I wouldn't say so much F words because we do have children's in the house at times, but this is what makes me upset. This is what pisses me off. That all we heard, and even Rob Manfred, the worst commissioner right now, comes out and says, hey, we're all behind helping Artie Moreno move on, sell this team before the beginning of the season, blah, blah, blah. And we've got all these guys leading up to making offers because guess what? We don't want to see Artie Moreno drag the Angels through court with a Skaggs thing, with the city thing. He's got pending lawsuits, plentiful. And guess what? The Angels are going to be right in the middle of them. And if you would have changed ownerships for any jackass Halo honk out there that's going to be saying, oh, there's no way we're going to get Ohtani back with a new owner. What the hell, dude? You're going to pay $2.5 billion for this team and not expect to sign a once-in-a-lifetime player? And then I call into Roger Lodge's show today, and I get on there as the first caller. And this asshole says, oh, I don't know if I want to pay $500 million for a player. You're getting two guys for one. You max out both. He's a pitcher and a hitter, $250. I think that's fine. Other teams are paying $360 for a guy. Until the league comes up with a ceiling for the freaking salary, you got to pay the max because that's the going rate. We're going to see him play up the 5 freeway if we don't watch out. And I'm
Or
betting
down
on
the
that.
5 freeway.
Well, whatever.
Yeah. He might stay in California. We never know, but it won't be us. Oakland has a shot. Oakland has a shot.
Come on, not Oakland.
Las Vegas.
Hey, come on. We're in the dumps today. We got to go all hell's on this.
I'm furious. I'm furious the fact that we had an opportunity to move on from one of the worst owners in the league. And you had Roger again come on there and say, guess what? He took the Angels to the playoffs, after he bought the team. Yeah, with Disney players and Disney organization. Like Fernando said, he ran the freaking minor leagues into the ground. He freaking was paying these guys pennies on the dollar. And all of a sudden, he's a great guy. Everyone wanted him out, but all of a sudden now we got to accept the fact that he wants to win, that he's committed to winning.
No, Todd. The sad part is check Twitter. I know you don't know what Twitter is because you're old, but check Twitter. Twitter is full of nothing but angry people.
Well,
our Instagram's full of angry people.
99% angry people. There's one or two people that, we know who
rocks in the outfield.
Yeah. Yep.
You mean Cox?
Yeah, we're coming for everyone's ass today.
Yeah, we don't care. Happy January, Happy New Year, new us.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
And this is the one time I'm not going to berate Grillmaster. He puts Artie Guy.
Oh, God.
Hey, why didn't you put DFA Artie? This is the one time everyone would have been like, yep, that's it.
Yep, this would have been amazing.
We agree with you for once.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look, this is the buttercup of all buttercups, as Nicholas says. This is the worst day as far as an Angels fan. And I'll end it on this because I know Dominique wants to take a shot at this. But I'm just very, very frustrated as an Angels fan knowing that we've gone 8 seasons now. Now that Seattle has clinched their spot from last year, we've said it on the podcast. They got to where we were supposed to get last year. And yes, the Angels have built together what I think is a nice roster. Is it a good enough roster to get to the playoffs? Jury's still out because the pitching's got to repeat and that bench has got to come through and the outfield's got to stay healthy along with Rendon. So they did some backup stuff. They look much better than last year. But this is a kick in the crotch because now the jury's really out about Ohtani, if we're going to sign him or not. And new ownership would have taken care of that. We had 3 great groups already lined up to buy the team. And now guess what? Artie ain't going nowhere. Whiskey and Coke for everybody. And guess what? Your beer money, hey, the beers are still the same price, and the parking's still the same price. Well, guess what? You, Artie, I don't give a about it. Your turn. Sorry.
Oh, God. It'll be fun to follow up those two. I'm going to start calm, but I'm going to escalate as we talk about this, because the reason why I'm going to start calm is from the very beginning, when we talked about this, the day that Artie announced he was going to sell, the answer the whole time was watch him bait and switch at the last possible second.
You and I said this, Dominic.
Yes. And this would be the perfect time to roll the tape. And, we'll get that at some point. But roll the tape, folks. I said he's going to dangle the carrot, take the carrot, shave the carrot like a shank, and stab our asses with it. Well, guess what? Time of death, January 23rd.
Yeah.
The deal has been done. He dangled it for 2, 3, 4, 5 months or so through the offseason. We got a little sense that maybe this team was going in the right direction. Hunter Renfroe, Gio Urshela, Tyler Anderson. Are they making sexy moves? No. Are they making decent depth moves? Sure. That's a conversation for another day when it comes into regards with Perry Manassian. But just looking about Arte Moreno, this guy has constantly bent over or made us bend over, and he's essentially fucked us in the ass how many times? 10 ways to Sunday. Anybody who is delusional to the fact that, something magically, he had a change of heart or things are going to turn around because he's reinvigorated with love for this team. Bullshit. I'm sorry. It makes absolutely zero sense. And as you look at it deeper and deeper into the layers of this, as Todd said, the amount of issues that are mounting for the Angels, the Skaggs problem, the stadium deal issues, and I know, Fernando, many more issues are underneath that surface as well. And there maybe be some issues that we don't even know about yet that are behind closed doors, that are probably 10 times 1,000 worse. I don't know. But when you look at it to the untrained eye, you think, okay, he probably didn't get the money he wanted to get. He bought the Angels for $184 million. Okay. For us, that would be a nice, healthy retirement. He could have sold this team for $2.5 billion at best, if not at least. I think if you would have got $2 billion, I would have walked away. You're making a decent killing at the end of the day. But instead, you're now going to hamstring the franchise because of your penny pinching personality. If you think about it in the grand scheme of things, the Angels are now have a massive decision on their hands. Shohei Ohtani. We all know him. We all love him. As Todd said, he's a two-way fiend that can hit, that can pitch, and that is basically two players for the price of one. If Arte Moreno tries and befriends the Angel fans that he has screwed over, he's going to give the money to Shohei Ohtani. What's the problem with doing that? He's going to hamstring the franchise because after that signee, he's probably going to penny pinch and not sign anybody else for the next 7 to 10 years. So you're screwed that way. If you don't re-sign Shohei Ohtani, guess what? He's going to go to a highly competitive team, probably win a World Series, and we're going to be storming the gates at that point. But it's a lose-lose situation no matter how you look at this. He doesn't care. He only cares about the bottom line. He wanted exactly what he wanted for this sale. No new owner was coming in and giving him what he wanted. So instead, he's going to cry to Rob Manfred. They're going to act like buddies, and he's going to retract his offer, and we're all screwed 10 ways to Sunday. Happy 2023, Angel fans. Like, it makes absolutely no flipping sense. Anybody, I'm sorry, we're going to talk about this in more depth.
Yeah, of course.
Anybody who is laughing or joking or thinking that this is a decent day, like, okay, well, just business as usual. This is not business as usual. The offseason to this point, yes, was business as usual. Perry Manassian couldn't be fielding questions 24/7 about what's Artie doing today, who's meeting with him today. No, he had to make deals. But now, as of January 23rd, it officially is business as usual. What has business as usual got us over the past, let's say, decade? Crickets.
Nothing.
It got us prime Mike Trout, but what has prime Mike Trout got us? Nothing against Trout, but
Also
what
crickets.
has that got us?
Also crickets.
And crickets. And what has prime Shohei Ohtani got us?
Crickets.
Crickets. What has I don't know who
Rendon.
What has Rendon as of right now got us? Crickets.
Nats fan.
Maybe so.
Who we love, by the way.
There's a lot of things that have not panned out. Even if, and this can transition into the next topic we talk about. The only way, and I think the only way, and it is so small, you can't even visualize it, that Arte Moreno somehow flips the script and pulls the juggernaut of all time. He would literally need to keep owning this team for the next decade and not make a single mistake, go above and beyond. We would have to win 10 World Series in a row to even begin to wipe the negative that he's put on this thumbprint. This thumbprint he has, maybe not this thumbprint because this is my thumb, but his thumbprint that he has put on this Angels organization since he took it and switched it to the LA Angels and then the LA Angels of Anaheim and all that BS to try to hit the Hispanic in the LA, take over everything. It hasn't worked. Nothing he's done has worked. If he wanted to be an owner and maybe give a percentage of the team away or a controlling ownership, great. I would have even accepted that. Like if he owned 49%, someone owned 51%, that's a win. But instead, he bait and switches, dangles the carrot, hangs us to dry, and now our ass cheeks are exposed to whatever he's got next.
Hey, anything's a sit and spin if you're brave enough, and already just proved that.
By the way, real quick, if you're on YouTube, give us a like and a subscrib. Big time.
Don't
need that.
Follow Ayla's in the infield, follow Catella Chronicles, because we are going to be going
You're
hard.
welcome, Randy. You're welcome, Randy.
No, he's been pushing. I
5-star review. 5-star review.
Like,
if you're
comment,
listening to us
subscribe.
on audio. Okay, let me just say this, guys. I'm so tired of talking about this clown. I am ridiculously tired of it.
Hey, don't talk about me like that. Just kidding. Sorry.
Oh, well, I'm glad you figured out it was you. No, No, on a serious note, dude, I'm so tired of talking about Arte Moreno. Like, why does he continue to take the conversation? It's funny, Todd. You and I planned on recording tonight,
Yep.
and we were just going to wing it. We didn't know what to talk about. We were like, "Yeah, that's fine. We can just wing
Yep.
it. We'll talk Angels baseball for an hour." And you know what? We put it out into the universe, and Arte gave us a gift. He gave us something to not only talk about, but something that we needed to vent about. Dude, there's a reason why the fans aren't happy, and it's because we're tired of him. I'm so tired of this guy not paying his employees during a pandemic. I'm so tired of him continuously proving that he's not a good person. Dude, this guy is literally the epitome of backdoor deals. Look what happened with the mayor of Anaheim.
Yeah.
I'll give you $1 million to just move this issue to the front of the line. I get it. This is America. That's how business works. It's not a secret. But at the end of the day, when you get caught, don't expect people to not call you out on it, dude. It's crazy. This guy is a bad human being. The days of him surviving off a $4.50 beer is over. Brother, I don't even like Miller Lite.
But are we shocked? Here's the thing I'm not shocked about. Are we shocked that a bad guy like Arte Moreno got basically the thumb up of approval today from the scum of Major League Baseball, Rob Manfred?
Not
No,
at all,
of course
because
not, Dominic. What'd you expect?
he went back on his
that's
word.
the point. I'm not shocked by anything that has happened. That's why I'm angry like you guys, but it's also I'm numb because I felt this was going to happen from the very beginning. Him and Manfred were going to do something stupid, bait and switch, and we're now strapped to deal with we were prepared for better days. And I think he's trying to ignite our fire and thinking this is going to pep the team. Like, I'm back. I'm not going to leave you guys. Play for me now. No.
Yeah,
I
here
don't
comes
think
Arte Moreno for the surprise entry of the Royal Rumble. Yeah. I'm back, guys.
Yeah. And Arte Moreno, we're still waiting for his spring training 2022 press conference now that we're in 23.
Don't worry, he won't have
he won't have it. I think maybe if the Angels are going to honor anything this year, what are we going to honor? The Angels didn't win anything. Ohtani didn't get MVP last year. Well, Trout, didn't he get a silver slugger or something last year for 2022? If so, they'll have to hand it to him before a game and Arte might have to wave his hat. But guess what? That's not an interview. That's not a press conference. And the Angels haven't
Can we all boo him, please?
Oh, I've been doing that for years, but I'll keep
Same.
going. But the Angels have not done anything to warrant a press conference. They didn't go out and get Carlos Correa.
Yeah.
That would have been a press conference. They didn't go out and go get Jacob deGrom. They didn't do anything that worthy of already being there to sign off on it.
Let me say something. Unless Fernando's, are you done with yours? Because I want to.
I'm okay. I'm done for now.
Okay.
I'll pop off in 20 seconds.
Yeah, go for it, Todd.
Here's what I want to say about this whole thing. Is you made an effort to better the team, correct? And it looked like they were bettering the team on 1-year contracts once again, but actually getting real good talent in there to show that, okay, we're going to take a shot at this. We're going to actually try to get to the postseason, try to break that 8-year drought and do things the right way, or at least temporarily set things up for the new ownership. So I was all on board. I was like, okay, if Manfred says we're going to try to sell this, I was more along the honkish. I was believing. Believing in the hype. I was thinking, okay, maybe they're actually going to do this. Maybe they're actually going to, but I come off as a clown now because I'm over here feeling that we're actually moving in the right direction. We're going to get to the postseason. Everything's going to fall in line. We're going to have a new owner. We're going to get an Ohtani contract. But now I look at it and I'm like, you know what? This is another patchwork year. This feels like it's a fucking patchwork year. Just like in 2019 when we set up, because listen, when you could just go back a couple years and realize what Arte Moreno is made of. He's just a short term. Let me quick fix this thing. Let's go from the bargain basement. Let's go for the Walmart movies, DVDs, 3 for 99 cents or 3
Yeah,
for
we're getting The
$9.99.
Blind Side, The Hangover, and I don't know, Space Jam 1.
How the hell were you supposed to compete in 2019 with a starting rotation of Trevor Cahill, Andrew Heaney, and a very young, untested Shohei Ohtani? You weren't.
No.
You weren't. So years go on, you progress, and you think you could build off that or move some of those guys and get long-term. Nobody wants to come here for a long-term deal because no one is going to get a long-term deal under Arte Moreno. The fact that Trout got one was purely financial. And the only way that if Ohtani somehow lands back on his feet here in Anaheim will only be because Artie sees millions upon millions of international dollars rolling into his bank account, whether this team fills the stadium or not, because they do 30 bobbleheads of Ohtani and pillows and blankets and tampons of Ohtani all year. And those sell like hotcakes. Money, money, money. He does not. That's why when that bullshit statement about him saying committed to the team, committed to winning, when was he committed to winning? Again, if
it
you
certainly wasn't when you were giving a couple grand to your minor league team for medical budget.
Exactly. He wasn't trying to make this team win. Again, he only had playoff success and only flirted with the World Series because of what Disney built him. Yes, he brought in Guerrero. Yes, he brought in Bartolo Colon and Cabrera and guys like that. But after that, he brought in nothing but shit. It was Pujols. It was Hamilton. It was Wilson. It was one bad contract after another.
He settled.
Yeah, and then the minor leagues kept getting pushed to the side or they were drafting horribly. He fired every worthwhile agent that he had. He let them all go and just lowered the budget on everybody.
Dude, you can tell that the guy is not a winner because he isn't even providing minor league players with enough sunscreen to last an entire year.
There you
go. How
go.
simple is that?
There you go.
Dude, you don't care about winning. How come these other organizations like the Astros, the Dodgers, these organizations who we despise because they win, take care of their product from the inside out? Okay? Yep. The problem with Arte Moreno is he's always gotten in his way, and that's what Todd's saying. Yeah. Literally.
The Angels
he would much rather pay Anthony Rendon $36 million to, play what? Not even a year's worth of games in 3 seasons?
Speaking of Rendon, real quick, Fernando, not to cut you off.
No, go for it. No, go for it.
Real quick, can you guys give me an over-under on how many games Rendon plays this year? Boom.
110 is what he does.
106.
I'm right there with you. I say 110.
This will be his first. This will be his longest.
He'll have at least one stint on the IL for like 20 games. The 15-day IL, but then an extra 10 days of rework, and then going down to the minors for a quick rehab stint. And
hopefully, he doesn't need sunscreen.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be
or
a night
Band-Aids.
Game. It'll be a 7:05 night game in San Bernardino when it's 100 degrees, but it'll be fine because it's at night.
He will also get load management games too. Watch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, dude, there's minor league teams that in low A or rookie ball who have higher medical budgets.
Yeah.
Than what Artie does. Well, and for instance, people are rejoicing, oh well, major league owners have to now provide housing for minor leaguers. Great, yeah, cool. That's a great first step. But keep in mind, they have to provide the bare minimum of 2 men per room, and they have to provide a twin-size bed. Multiple organizations in our division, I think with us and the A's being the only exception, do one guy in each room with a queen-size bed.
Yeah.
And they don't share a room. And they don't have to have their feet dangle off like this is Step Brothers. And Arte Moreno, Scrooge.
Arte Moreno thinks that is how team bonding happens. 6 guys in a room, team bonding. That's how it happens. That's what makes World Series contending teams. You get to know each other.
He's basically, guys, AAA guys, we're all having sleepovers, so 6 to a room.
Yeah, exactly. That makes absolutely no sense. The treatment of minor league baseball is, and you know what's sad? That's just the tip. That's the tip of the iceberg. Everybody think for most organizations that treatment of minor league is as low as you can go. Yeah. Hell no. That's middle of the road beginner. That's beginner level. What the heck are we doing here? And Manfred thinks that's okay. The league thinks that's okay. If I'm a part of the Angels front office brass and I've been with Moreno for a while and I know what's going on, don't you have to look yourself in the mirror too? No offense. I still give love to Perry Manasseh. I think he's trying to bandage this thing as much as possible with the restraints that he's been put under. So he's got to look in the mirror. Carpino, all these guys in the upper brass have to look in the mirror and say, what are we doing here? Yeah. Shouldn't we speak up more? Shouldn't we? I know it's an owner. You can't oust an owner like any other job. But what are you doing with yourself? Speak up. Don't be silent.
Randy put on YouTube, the Oakland Coliseum is in better shape than our minor league lifestyle.
I think so.
That's
Yeah, and that stadium's full of possums.
By the way,
Yeah.
when you want to take phone calls, we'll give the word to take phone calls because
You go ahead, throw the number out there.
Oh, throw it out there.
All right, if you guys and gals want to go out and vent and just get it off your mind, the phone number to call in is, I just had it up here a second. You want to read it off because you had it right, Fernando.
I had it right.
Yeah, you had it right.
All right, guys. The phone number is 714-598-3221. That's 714-598-3221.
There you go.
714 tickets. 714 tickets.
Yeah, for the record, I see that Leaf wants to tune in. I know you're a Mariners fan, but he said he's on our side on this one, so we will answer your phone call.
I think today is a day where a lot of Major League Baseball is on our side with a lot of things. If they have a brain, regardless if you're Dodger fans are probably just laughing but agreeing with us at the same time. But most baseball fans, if they have a brain, know that today is a very dark time in the Angels organization.
We're getting a lot of phone calls, so I'm gonna go to you. If you don't get in right away,
are we really?
we're gonna get to you. Just keep calling back. You know how it is. Here's the first one. I believe this is Leaf because it's a Seattle number.
Okay.
You there, Leaf? Hello? Okay, I'm trying to pull him up here.
All right.
You're on with the Sports Lodge.
Just like Arte Moreno, we're batting 0 for 1.
We're off to a great start here, guys. Hold on. Let me see if I can fix this. Give me a second.
We got Law Joe the Clown over here ready to answer phone calls.
Yeah, see, it's impersonation day.
I know.
Yeah, Law Joe the Clown.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's see.
I'm the only one not wearing Angels gear today.
I don't know why this is not working.
You know, it's hard to wear Angel gear today because I know what I bought for this hat probably went in Arte Moreno's pocket, so that's not great.
It probably did.
Is that an All-Star game hat? Was 2016?
Yeah, the 2019 from Cleveland hat.
Okay.
With the guitar.
I like the one with the guitar.
I'm not going to lie, Cleveland did a good job that year. Oh, look, an organization that does things well. Guardians. I'm sorry. Guardians, not Indians. I said Indians live. I'm sorry.
Oh, cancel him. It's over.
Shoot me down. Catella Chronicles is done. That's it.
Cancel him. Get him with the cancel.
Keep talking. I'm going to try to get the sound going while you guys do that.
No. Okay. Well, while we talk, this might invoke more conversation. Over under percentage. I'm going to put the percentage at, for shits and giggles, 69%. Over under Ohtani resigns with the Angels.
Under. I think Arte Moreno was the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, I think under right now.
Under where would you put your under at?
I'd say it's went from, if we have a new owner at 100% down now that we got Artie at about 25%.
Yeah, I'd say about 30, 35. I mean, here's the thing, man. I'm not going to say that Ohtani doesn't care about money because he does. It's a business. But at the end of the day, he definitely strikes me as somebody who wants to be on a winner and wants to be part of a winning culture. And Arte Moreno just hasn't proven that. And I don't want to hear anything about we were good up until 2009. Oh, and we made the playoffs in 2014. Great. But, 2014 was an anomaly. And do we really want to count that?
Yeah. I'm on the fence. I'm around the 35, 40% because, as we've said, Arte Moreno is all about money. And he knows the marketing money that he's getting from Shohei Ohtani can pay for one. You could have nobody on this team. You could have 25 Shohei Ohtanis on this team. And he would bring in so much money to basically create 3 new Angel stadiums. He's that worth it marketing money-wise. Mm-hmm. Ask any marketing professional. Ohtani is a marketing gem. Not just because he's doing 10,000 promos. It's just who he is, and baseball's an international game. Dominican Republic, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Italy. Look at Team Israel for the World Baseball Classic. This is a global game. And especially in the Asian market, and especially here in Orange County that has a very high Asian percentage demographic.
Yeah.
It's the perfect spot for Shohei Ohtani right now.
Hold on, let's see if this phone call works.
Let's do it.
No, it's Gooby.
All right, who's on the line?
Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Adrian. I'm from LA. Hearing your conversations about the shit day all Angel fans are going through, man. Trust me, man, I'm very pissed off with Artie coming back. He really mind fucked us. Everybody, excuse me, but
No, it's
No,
cool,
you're
man.
good,
it is, man.
This is a page where you can pretty much say
know,
what you want. So vent, brother.
Yeah. When he announced the team was going on sale, just like you, we're all excited, and with the new owner, I was looking forward to, at Los Angeles Angels. I was looking for that to be gone. I was kind of hoping for California Angels or Anaheim Angels, like a rename, a retheme, just everything new as far as an owner standpoint is concerned. But and from the bidders, the Warriors, the owner of the Warriors, knowing him, he was all in about buying the team. I was kind of excited. I was pumped. And then we get the news today. And he's our owner now. He's back. And what's the next question? You guys are just talking about it. Ohtani. And my thing with Ohtani is that we need to sign him, no doubt. We really need to. It's no question. But the thing is, if we don't win by the first half, he's done. I don't see him coming back.
Agreed. I think
Or
you're going to. The problem I see with this is you're going to see a dark cloud over this team all year. So even if the Angels get off to a hot start when in the months of April, May, even June, you're going to be like, well, how long can they hold on to Ohtani? Do they need to trade him? And you're going to see teams like the Dodgers and Mets and their sportscasters or their fan bases say, well, it's only a matter of time before he signs here, or they put him in new jerseys, and we're going to be taunted all year as Angel fans, no matter how good we are, about online pictures on Twitter, whatever, about him in other teams' uniforms. It's going to suck. It really is.
Yeah, no doubt. And that's just my take on Ohtani. We got to do our best. The Angels got to go balls out, and to do that, we did. The last couple off seasons, I would say this off season we did pretty good. We got some pretty good additions, but we still need more. We needed another starter. We need another starter in the bullpen. We need some pretty good relievers in that bullpen. And also, I'm going to be honest, I was never a fan of Andrew Velasquez out of the short. Because every game I fucking went to, this guy is not clutch at all. He's always popping out, striking out with men in scoring position. It's ridiculous. I was not a fan with the last kid. They do need to step it up at that shortstop spot.
Are you new? Are you new to the page, Adrian? Real quick.
No, I've been on the page for quite a while.
Okay, because we ripped the shit out of him all year last year.
That's Todd's favorite player.
No, yeah, I know. I trust you. I've been listening to you guys. I'm not new, but for real. I just didn't see how he was on the lineup. It was new. It was just. It was killing me, man. And that's one thing that we need to get. They need another stick. They need another guy in the bullpen. And the next thing I was gonna get to is Staffy. We need another catcher, man, because Staffy has not lived up. I know we extended him a couple of years ago, but
Yeah, he's got 2 years left.
I'm over him now. So there's just still work that the Angels need to put in this team for Ohtani to want to stay. And
Yep.
This could get us back on track. Because that's the question now. Is Ohtani going to stay with the ownership that's been with this team for decades, and we just don't know.
Yep, absolutely. Well, appreciate it, man. And sound off. We're going to be here all year, depending on, or not depending, no matter what. So whether it's here or Catella Chronicles, we're going to be either being happy for some reason or continuing to be depressed. So
There
we'll
will
get through
be no
this together.
sadness. It's just pissed off.
There
is no sadness.
I'm going to try to stay positive about this. I know we all got some bad news, but I'm going to be positive about this. Let's hope the Halos could turn it around this offseason and the drought. And we'll just go from there, man. But Artie, he has to get his head out of his ass. And really, he owes our fans a whole lot.
Sure does.
Yeah,
absolutely.
There's been a lot of BS.
So that's all I got to say, guys. I want you guys to have a good night.
All right, you too, Adrian.
Thanks so much, Adrian.
Cheers, man.
Thank you.
That'll leave a number open now. What's the number again? 714.
It's 714-598-3221.
There we go. You guys
we
take
go.
this one. You're on the Halo Honk line.
Even though I'm a Mariners divisional rival, I have to say this. Artie, get the fuck out of here. I'm sick and tired of you ruining the game.
Wait, Leaf, what's your high school in the year you graduated?
I've had enough. It's just, I'm seriously comparing to Dan Snyder. I've had enough of this guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're a Mariners fan. That's crazy.
Yeah, if Mariners fans hate Arte Moreno, you can imagine what Angels
He
fans
is
feel
worse
like
than
about
Ken
Arte
Barrett.
Moreno.
I'm going to say it straight. He is worse than Ken Barrett. He's not Hugh Culverhouse bad, but he is worse than Ken Barrett.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm saying it straight up.
Well, I mean, look, you guys changed the culture up there. You took our former GM. You guys got in the postseason. And for a division rival to be like, come on, man, you guys got to win down there, that's pretty sad.
That tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
It's like, I know I'm supposed to be like, oh, yeah, he's saying, yeah, I can still laugh at me, like urinating tree laughs at the Flyers or the Penguins did. But no, this is just boiling sick.
Yeah.
Well, Leaf, you'll agree with us. Arte Moreno is bad for baseball, right, Leaf?
I honestly might have to agree. He might be worse than the Jets are.
Okay.
He's certainly worse than Leon Hess.
Okay, that's working up there. I mean, like this guy came in with so much promise. Fernando thought, man, first says it all the time. First Hispanic owner, and in all major league sports, and he had a chance to really reach out to that community first, and then embrace the entire area. And just, man, dude, I mean, he's dropped the ball on everything. It's been just a bad look from day one.
Yeah, I mean, I think there are some owners that I've seen like your name recently. David Tubby. He briefly touched on Jed York being turned around. But here's the problem: Jed York, when he was able to have a change of heart or something, he was in his mid-30s. Arte Moreno is in his mid-70s. You cannot teach an old dog new tricks.
I totally agree.
It's just frustrating. And I say in the chat, it's like, you're lucky that he's in his mid-70s instead of his late 50s, because then you'd be in, like, at least 2 decades of this shit at minimum. Dan Snyder.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, he's got to go. I mean, you guys cannot stand that guy. He's just, this guy's got to get out of here.
Yeah, we get it, Leaf.
Yeah. Just fly out to Cancun, fly out to Thailand with Cliff Kingsbury or something.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, but if you look at the Angels, like in comparison to Jed York, and I know Todd's going to hate this, I'm a Niner fan. And I saw Jed York for so many years. And when the Niners culture changed, he changed with it. Even if the Angels culture changed for the better, coaching, players, scouting, minor league, if it all changed, I don't think Arte would swing with the changes. And I think that's the scarier thing, and I think you hit it on the head. He's in his mid-70s. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. Even if everything is going right, he's still going to be wrong. That's the problem.
What's his motivation to win, really?
His motivation's always been about the dogs.
Like, he's got his money. He's got everything. And I think I talked with Rendon. It's like, there's no real thing with him. He's winning. He saw it. Whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for the call, Leaf. Go ahead. We'll get some more calls, but thanks for the call again, bro.
Thanks, Leaf.
Yeah.
Thanks, Leaf.
again for calling. Yeah.
No, I was just gonna say it's ridiculous. It's God.
Do I need to give the phone number again?
Oh,
we got somebody on.
We already got somebody on.
Great.
You're on the Halo Hotline.
Oh, what's up, man?
Who's this?
This is Jason Kroom. Kroom Dog.
Kroom Dog in the house.
Kroom Dog in the house.
Oh, welcome to the fucked up simulation that is the perennial Angels failure. This is the tip of the iceberg. I feel like we are in some kind of fucked up simulation here.
Dude, we're literally trending worldwide number one on Twitter.
There we go. This is ridiculous, man. This is fucking 40 years of fucking hanging with this cursed ass franchise, from all the players dying and all the collapses and all the fucking Rendon style injuries, and to all the fucked up ass signings. And oh, by the way, fuck you, Leaf. The only team in Seattle that matters is the Seattle Seahawks. Go turn a new leaf and go to your Seattle channel. Just
hey, he came in support today.
But I already have PTSD from the military, and this is just triggering my PTSD right now. It's already been a shit-ass 2023 year for me. Life's in shambles, but that's another story. and this is the one saving grace, is this gosh damn drunk ass, punk ass, billboard, fucking cardboard cutout, billboard, fucking Artie. I don't even want to say his name. His name's not to be mentioned. He don't deserve to be his name brought in the air and said in public. He is a corrupt piece of trash. He's fucked up our minor league system. Where do we start? Just all those scandals that are happening. He's still is fucking the tip of the iceberg. Says he still has Roger Lodge on the line. How the fuck is this fucking what's that guy's name that he cuts with? Fucking Rob Lowe. He's a fucking Rob Lowe groupie. That's what Roger Lodge is.
John Stamos.
Stamos.
John Stamos.
He's a fucking Stamos fucking cuck is what he is. That's all he is a Stamos fluffer. He needs to get the fuck out of here. I'm tired of even. He's got an insurance commercial. I had to turn the channel. I was like, this guy's expanded. Who does even let this guy do anything in radio anymore? Dude. The only saving grace that the Angels have, sorry, now I'm on a tangent, is maybe Perry is the decent GM that can actually, because of his roots with the I call him the Greek. What's his name? The guy from Toronto.
Oh, Alex Anthopoulos.
He was under him for a while, and I think Perry, if he's allowed to do anything under Moreno and gets a little autonomy, he can. I think he can do wonders.
He's already done a lot with a little bit. You know.
Yeah.
I think he hasn't got as much praise as he should have or should have so far. But we're overlooking that because now we're looking at an owner that we have no idea where he's going to go with this moving forward.
Yeah.
So
I think the draft has gone a little bit better.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if one thing is they need to stop. There's other people, I don't know, or these other groups or whatever, and they're saying, oh, Hoppy, should he or should he not? Should he spend more time? No, shut the fuck up. He's our starting catcher. Yeah, who is your other choice? Stassi? Fuck you. Whoever says Stassi
what about Chad Wallach?
Could go fucking suck my fucking lack of pigmented penis.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry. I'm pretty vile today.
I think so.
Now I'm actually sober.
I was guessing the other, but okay, we'll go with that.
Yeah, no, I'm 4 years sober. Maybe I'm just bent up and angry for being sober. Who knows?
Well,
but
we need to put this call on AM 830. But we got a few more calls to get to, Jason. Let's just stay in the comments, my man.
Thanks so much, man.
Yes.
Cheers, brother.
This guy's gonna ruin our minor league system. He's ruining it from top to bottom. He'll still do it.
Yep, exactly.
God bless Arte Moreno.
You're on the Halo Honk line.
Hey, first time, long time.
Uh-oh, is this
James?
It's James! Hello?
Oh, yeah, I'm really pissed. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Hello?
Yeah,
we got you, James.
Oh, yeah. So, man, I feel like Artie lied to us. I think he was just pulling us with the string all this time. Hey, nice clown outfit and nose, man. You look like a rapper from 2021.
Oh, jeez.
He looks like a SoundCloud rapper?
Yeah, it's the same old song, but with a different meaning since he's been gone, and now he's back, and I hate this.
Oh, wow.
Think about me, first of all. I've had Al Davis for my football team. I've had Donald Sterling for the Clippers.
Wow.
And I still have Artie going on and on and on. I think he was doing this the whole time. I think he was, like I said, pulling us for the string. I really hate that. I had so much expectation, so much hope that whoever would be, who would buy the team, would bring new life in, a new Angel Way, if anything. Do we have an Angel Way? I don't think we've had one in a long time.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to start one through the network. I don't know. but it's
starts with James
embarrassing.
kicking his tacos again.
Everybody okayed it around the league and around the country to get a new owner, and that'll get us going. Now, forget all about that. I feel awful, and I'm considering boycotting the team in some way, some capacity. I feel like we're repeating our words from last season, when the team started to lose and those rumors
We had the
were going
paper
around
bags.
about
Come
him
and take
selling
them.
the team or exploring it at least. It just feels like Groundhog Day all over again. He's 76 years old, right?
That sounds right. Give me a second.
Yeah, mid 70s around that range.
Yeah, he's about that. He's about that
He's
much.
76.
Yeah.
He's now worth $4.1 billion according to
I'm
Forbes.
fearful of someone else coming in the Moreno family. I don't know if he has sons or daughters.
He has 2 daughters.
But this is an embarrassment for the organization.
What's so funny?
Another chapter in Angels history. Like Halo Joe says on his programs, not so good. This is another chapter. What was it, January 23rd of this year? I'm gonna get off here, but I'm sick and tired of this crap. I want to win, and even if we do win, it's like, oh, you're still here. That's how I'm gonna feel about it all. But take care, and it was nice for those good 5 or 6 months that we had. We had
some hope.
A strong future coming, but now we're back in the hellhole that is Angels baseball. Later.
Can't wait. All right.
Love you, James. Thanks, buddy. Hey, let me just say this real quick, because everyone keeps bringing up, when we had potential owners. Joe Lacob, who most Angels fans wanted, had multiple meetings at Angels Stadium with roughly 30 people that were there with him. We know for a fact. I mean, my sources told me 5 minutes before the news broke that Artie wasn't selling the team. You guys saw in the group chat. I was minutes away from posting it, and Jeff Fletcher beat us by like 10 seconds. I was so pissed. But Joe Lacob we had on good authority he was going to be the next owner. I don't know what happened.
Artie didn't get his price, flat out.
Hello.
Yeah.
And who is this young bucko?
All right, first, James, what are you?
I know who this is. We're not worthy.
It's Hunter.
Yeah.
It's our boy.
Go for it, Hunter.
Yeah. Artie Moreno, if you somehow hear this, I hope that your old raggedy walks through a forest with 300 bears just all over you. And I literally hope you die the most gruesome way possible. You make my life 10 times harder.
This is 11-year-old people. But go ahead.
I'm already struggling with my fractions and math. You think you can't make it any worse for me, okay? Just stop. Just why today? When I have fractions, just the one time. You have to announce it today.
You forgot to dip him in honey before he goes to the forest. But go ahead.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking about honey, which way do you want him to go, north or south? Because he's going one of them.
That's true.
I love Hunter so much.
North or south?
I prefer south at this point. That's what she said.
Yeah, for real. I feel like he's trying to make the off better, bro. He's like on the off.
Yeah.
He's an off.
Yep.
He's literally like he's something. Bro, like why? I don't even know what to say.
I think
just don't even.
Hunter, you made my night.
I remember
That's
one time.
Yeah. I salute you, Hunter. I salute you.
He's not gonna sell the team. I know it. He's just him. He's just gonna act like he's gonna sell the team. But that's just what he does. He's just gonna act like he sold the team. Dad's like, no, he sold the team for sure. Okay. Dad, there's not a chance. What did I say? He's not gonna sell the team. He just wants So maybe it's been against the whole team. So we have some hope. But he just retarded.
There you
Tug, can we get Hunter back on the show?
Yeah, I'll get him on.
I don't make this. What?
Hunter, we need to get you back on the show, buddy.
What'd you say?
I said, well, he said we'll have our people talk to yours about getting you back on the show.
Oh, all right.
But thank you for venting, Hunter. We're going to get to a couple more phone calls here.
We salute you.
All right.
Thanks so much, buddy.
Yep, there you go.
Bye.
Hold on, we got
Good luck topping that phone call.
I know. Well, maybe this one will. You're on the Halo Honk line.
Nope.
He was on the Halo Honk line.
It couldn't stand the pressure.
You're on the Halo Honk line.
What's up, guys?
Is this EQ?
Oh boy, here we go. Buckle your seatbelts, folks.
Hey, we need your high school the year you graduated.
Wow. Yes, it's Randy. It's fabulous Randy in the house.
Randy, high school in the year you graduated.
Don't you got fucking caller ID on that thing?
No, because I haven't used this shit in a while, dude.
Anyways, I really don't have much to say other than I can't wrap my head around what the fuck we just learned. Other than the fact that maybe Artie realized that he's not in as much trouble as he may have thought he might have been in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
maybe.
I mean, because why else would you hold us in a goddamn holding pattern for fucking nothing? We could have had a bigger offseason than we had.
Yep.
Yeah.
And because we were gonna sell the team, it forced us to hold on to fucking Phil Nevin. We could have went out and got it. We could have. Dude, I think we were fucking trolled, brother. I really do. And so I'm going to do everything in my power, and I don't give a shit what anybody says. I'm going to troll we may lose some press pass opportunity here. I think we lost that here tonight.
Yeah, I don't think we're winning any.
The old days are coming back.
I'm gonna run that son of a bitch's name through the goddamn mud and buff this season. It's fucking us fans, like we can't just sit around and just stroke this fucking dude's ego. He's like, okay, whatever. Let's go buy the tickets and go watch the fucking, like, if we're gonna be there, guys, let's make a goddamn fucking statement.
Oh yeah, we need signs and we need paper bags.
Start wearing paper bags. Wear anti-Artie bullshit. Like, it's time we started fucking being vocal to this motherfucker. We don't like you. I know you saw how happy we were when you fucking made that goddamn announcement last year when you were going to sell the team. Like, this fan base popped the hell off, dude.
Yeah.
And he literally just crushed every one of our fucking dreams, dude.
There's a reason we all hate him. That's all I'm saying.
I'm angry, but I can't. There's nothing else to do but fucking laugh, dude. Because it's that big of a joke. He is that big of a joke.
How angry are you
going to goddamn nothing?
How angry are you going to be, Randy? Because just what you're saying, when the headlines are Angels owner meets with Skaggs' family in court. Angels owner meets with City of Anaheim in court. The Angels are going to be attached to that dude in the worst way.
Dude, there's no positive coming from any of this. I said it already. Like, yeah, we've all agreed that we've had a decent offseason. It could have been better if we weren't quote unquote selling the team.
100%.
But this, like I said, dude, this is the way the AL is shaping up. Especially our division, which has gotten better. This is a possible third, fourth place team, barely looking out that third place wild card spot, depending on how the fucking AL East does.
Yeah.
And this guy's coming back with hopes and dreams and all this other bullshit of a World Series. Like, you're not getting a fucking World Series this year, dude. I'm sorry. I'm just hoping for some respectable fucking baseball.
Yep.
Maybe get that third wild card spot. Maybe.
That's what we're waiting for.
But I just want some goddamn competitive baseball. And I'm gonna end it here. I can't fathom or think why else this guy would just all of a sudden pull this fucking rug from underneath us. Other than things aren't as bad as he thought they were gonna be, and he figured, okay, I can stick around.
Yep.
Because I feel trolled, dude. I'm so you can hear me laughing, but I'm so pissed off, I'm shaking, dude. I feel fucking trolled to the max, man.
Well, Josh,
we all were. He made a fool of all of us, Randy. Literally, we're talking Allen Iverson stepping over. What was his name? Tyronn Lue?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, literally, that's what Artie did to all of us. Psych, you thought.
Josh says maybe we can get Artie to play with Todd's toes and get a sexual harassment suit. I think Randy just left. It's a Halo Honk line.
Hey, Todd, it's Lexi.
Lexi, what's going on?
Hi, I wanted to share some my thoughts.
Okay, go for it.
Hey, it's Lexi.
Uh-huh.
So my thing is, and I don't know if anyone has mentioned it before, but how does Artie not know that everyone hates him? Does he not have social media? Does his team not let him know, hey, this might be a big mistake. You're going to get a lot of crap for not wanting to sell the team. He had to have seen everyone was excited with rumors that he was going to sell. And now it's, if I were him, I would be embarrassed. I would be like, oh, crap, I don't want the team now.
I think it's one of two options. I think option one is no, he doesn't have social media, and B, the team around him basically lulls him in a false sense of security, it's fine, it'll pass, it'll be fine, don't worry about it. Mm-hmm. They don't care. I really honestly think they don't care.
Agreed.
And plus, I think he drinks his sorrows away. So if there is a losing streak, if there is some bad publicity, it's like Jack and Coke.
I mean, let's give Artie a little bit of the benefit of the doubt. You can make so much money that you just don't care at some point.
Yeah, I don't get it. And I'm ready to, everyone go to the stadium and, how are we going to get our point across to him?
Well, it's like Randy said. It's like Fernando's mentioned. You got to come with paper bags. You got to come with signs. You got to chant. It's just one of those things. Or call in the sports lodge, or go after Trent Rush's show too. I mean, we got to flood it and let him know, man, we're not happy about this guy at all, because right now he looks at it like this. Look, I bought the team for $183 million, and how much is it worth right now, Fernando?
I mean, well, he's worth $4.1 billion as of this year, personally.
He could have sold it to a nonprofit organization, made zero cash, and he would have still been fine.
Yeah.
We all keep saying, oh, it's about the money, which it is, but he's just one of those type of people, I think, that just can't let it go. Because he's going to be one of those people that he's not going to not be the owner unless they win, and he's going to go out on a high. So everybody thinks of him as this messiah owner who finally brought a championship back to Anaheim.
Dude, the Angels are trending, and Ohtani's trending, and so is Arte Moreno. All trending. Number one in the world right now.
So what are you going to do, Lexi? What do you think we should do going into this new season?
I mean, personally, I've always been an Angels fan, and I will always rep my team. But at this point, it's I'm going to watch the game from afar, have background noise, because, I was so excited for the season, and now I'm just I don't. It's embarrassing, and I was really hoping for some change, and I do hope that, if Artie was kind of behind all these trades and stuff, that has been going on during this off season, that it'll give us a glimpse of maybe, hopefully something will change. I mean, I'm trying to be optimistic, but it's just hard, and then, hearing that today, it just feels like a big letdown. He does not care about the fans at all, or even the players, how are they not embarrassed at some point? They, Ohtani and Trout, they try so hard, and they win all these awards, but what do we have to show for it?
Agreed.
You know how Mike Trout celebrated the news? He whacked another 600-foot missile at Topgolf today.
Yeah, dude, he's only like 20 miles away from my hotel.
Yeah,
I know where you are.
It's great. He put Arte Moreno's head on a tee and just shot that thing out of the fucking building.
It's crazy.
Like, that's how Trout celebrated our owner returning.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, what the heck? It's insane.
Yep. Well, we feel you, Lex, and hopefully, again, this is going to be a dark cloud over the team unless something really changes. I mean, unless he does a 180, which I don't see, I think we're in for the same bullshit moving forward.
Yeah. Well, thanks, guys, for doing a late night thing, but we just have to stick together and hope that the best for the season.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for venting, and you too can vent. Have a good night, Lexi.
Now, Todd and Fernando, I'm going to pose a question to you guys now. Mm-hmm. Would you rather, and I know the answer is going to be very simplistic, but everybody on Instagram can comment as well. Would you rather have had the Angels sold and at the same time had a crappy record and like a bad season because of the turnover? Or, again, stick with what we have here and have a great 2023 and, if not make the postseason, but do enough to keep Ohtani? What's the better side of the equation?
Honestly, I would have rather have gotten rid of Arte just because I know what having Arte Moreno around leads to. I mean, I'd rather go through the dark days for a year or two longer to know that in 2 years, a new owner might have come in here, built a winning attitude, a winning organization, because eventually Trout's going to exit his prime. Ohtani might be gone. Rendon's out of his prime. So you really, really need a better, more firm foundation. And with Arte Moreno, I just don't see that being possible because we haven't seen it yet. Yeah, when he first started, things were great. But like Todd said, I mean, he was riding the Disney wave.
Yeah. I think so, too. It would have been great to have a hard reset, to be honest.
Yep. Yeah. That's what this organization needs.
Exactly.
Change culture, change everything.
It's a Halo Honk line.
Hey, hi, Todd Fox. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I have mixed emotions, man.
Well, let's hear it.
Arte Moreno should have got fired a long time ago.
Or you mean ousted or whatever? Because the league could be the only.
Yeah, he would have DFA'd or he would have left a long time ago.
Well,
but I mean, we're gonna stick with that clown for years to come.
Yeah, well, maybe we should all dress up like me for the game. We could be like, hey, we're dressing as Arte Moreno.
Yeah, we should. Man, it's crazy.
This guy's gonna die. The owner.
Come on, I mean, why didn't so? I think it was probably the GM that probably gave him another chance. But I mean, the Angels, the Golden State Warriors owner was out there. He was interested in buying the Angels, but I still don't get why we still got Arte back.
Well, it's unfortunately it's his call. I mean, unless he breaks the rules, which are pretty much racial and sexual harassment, he's not going anywhere, man. He's got a stake in that team. I mean, you could look at I forgot who brought up Dan Schneider, but that dude's been around forever, and they've been wanting to get him out of NFL, and those powerful owners can't oust him. So what the hell is the MLB going to do with this guy? He's basically there till what, like Fernando said, till death.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's crazy, man. That's a big flip off for the fans.
Oh, it is.
Especially that Arte's back.
Well, let me tell you this: are you going to be going to games this year? Or are you going to take a few games off? I mean, how do you feel about this upcoming season, knowing that he's the owner?
Well, I mean, as a fan, as a diehard fan, I mean, I don't see this team doing that bad with the moves they made. So I would probably go to like the giveaways, maybe.
Well,
just about it.
Fair enough. I mean, it's
those 12 Ohtani bobbleheads.
Yeah. If you're gonna do something against Moreno, take the free shit and run.
Probably, I don't know, man.
Sell it on eBay right away.
Yeah.
Right.
We got anything else,
yeah,
my man?
I mean, what happened?
I said you got any other venting right now? We can still have a few more calls. Go ahead.
I was looking at the wasn't the Japanese billionaire was gonna buy the Angels?
No, was
There
it?
was, there was a Japanese ownership group, I think, that
Wasn't
considered,
Japanese,
and then the LA Times
Japanese
owned it.
billionaire supposedly was gonna buy them or was interested in buying them?
Yeah, they had about 3 groups. One was the LA Times dude, and then the Japanese group. But he said
And then
no.
Joe Lakem's group.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yep. What could have been, my friend.
Yep. Well, we're gonna have to freaking see Moreno for a boatload of years as an owner.
Correct. Lucky
and
us.
him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, my friend. Well, you have a good night. When call back, we're
All
going
right,
to be
you too.
taking a few more nights. It's been a sad one.
All right. All right.
There's another phone call. Just let me know how many phone calls you want to take, guys, and we'll go on rants and stuff. You're on the Halo Honk line. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, you're on the Halo Honk line. Let's see. What's your vent about this Arte Moreno situation?
He's a clown.
Uh-huh.
That's Tom, but what about Artie?
He's messing with us Angels fans, so he's cheap. He don't care about us.
Exactly.
I don't think the team will ever get better with his ownership.
So do you think we have an option in this? Do you think we can do something about it? Because social media is a powerful thing, but I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I wish, but this guy is like so rich. I mean, what can we do?
Yeah, I mean, what guys? His ego is massive, right? I mean, is there anything that we could do like vocally that would actually get to him?
I think the only thing that would vocally get
I
to
don't
him
know. I mean,
would be like
is there a way
Trout
we could like write to the
actually
city of
speaking out.
Anaheim or something?
Yeah, I mean,
That didn't stop him the first time.
No,
Yeah,
he
look,
went the illegal
look,
train.
I'm from Inglewood, California. That's in LA County, and I don't go for the Dodgers. I go for the Angels. And every time I tell people about it, like, "What? You're crazy. Why do you go for this team?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't know. I just like the Angels, But this guy's making it really hard for me to keep rooting for the Angels."
Well, I'll tell you this right now. In 2009, this team was winning that market. It was winning the LA market. You'd go to Angel Dodger games and at Chavez Ravine, and it was more than half Angels fans. I was there, and he had billboards all around Chavez Ravine. The tide the tide was turning, but he never kept it going.
Yeah.
He started not spending like we talked about. The Dodgers then did the 180, and then we started a fade. So that was the problem. We needed one more World Series, and we needed to stay relevant, and they've done neither of those.
Yeah, it's so crazy to think 09 was the last legitimate chance we had.
I mean, if there's anything we could do, like the fans, because I don't know, I don't feel like it's right what he's doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and then what's up with that deal? Like, is he buying Angel Stadium? Did he buy it, or what's going on?
No, he doesn't own it. It's still the city, and I forget how much the lease is to 2029 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's definitely coming up.
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, did you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. No, I was just saying. Well, they were saying that the contracts come up in 2029, so they're negotiating that, and they're still arguing with the freaking city about the stadium rights and the parking lot. So, because there's all kinds of stuff going on with those apartments and condos and whatnot. So,
yeah. Shit, I was around that area last week. I went to the Carlos Strauss Brewery.
Yeah, that's a nice place. But,
I was watching the Chargers. They choked.
Yeah, that was an awesome game.
It hasn't been a great week.
That's my team too, man. Chargers. It's another choke job.
So you're having a great season.
Yeah.
All right, my man.
But have a good night, and I don't know. Let's see what we could do as fans.
Yeah, keep your head up, my man.
Viva Los
Yeah.
Angelitos.
Yes, sir. Well,
right.
I'll follow you. Well, yeah, I'm following you on Twitter. So,
Got
all
it.
right, man.
Thanks, bro.
Have a good night.
You too. Late. Kyle Strange jumps in real quick. The Angels were never going to capture the LA market. Let that go.
What do you guys think? Like 2 more calls and then we'll, I guess, closing statements?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
But right now we got the lines are open if you want to get in for the last call or two. But
with Arte Moreno keeping the Angels now, what is the time period he wants to go and build a new stadium?
I mean, as of right now, he doesn't even have the land, Dominic.
No, that it's a fair question. He doesn't have the land, but is that going to be his next like screw Ohtani? Let's build a new stadium and have nobody in it because we don't have any players that are going to bring people in. Like, is that I don't know. Is that his next ode to joy?
I mean, here's the thing. Is it good enough to make every effort possible to sign Ohtani? So, like, if news comes out, like, hey, the Angels offered him a $500 million contract, something crazy, but he decided to sign for less money with the Padres or the Mets, are people okay with that? Are people going to be like, well, hey, I already tried. I mean, what could we do?
I wouldn't blame Shohei. If the Angels gave him $500 million and he said, no, I want to go to a more competitive team, if the answer at the end of the day is I want to be more competitive, then how can we fault Shohei Ohtani for that? Especially if our owner says he wants to be competitive and really means he wants to be competitive, but he's not really competitive, you know?
True. I mean, well, here's the thing I got to say about that is if he signs back Shohei Ohtani, do we all give him a pass? Does that get him good graces with anybody?
No.
Okay.
You know what it gives him good graces in? That he, for his 76-year-old mind, he recognizes what the fans are wanting and the direction that Ohtani, the metaphor Ohtani would mean for the future. Doesn't necessarily mean that's what we get at the end of the day, but at least if you show us and you sign Shohei Ohtani, at least you're telling us that you want and you actually mean you want to take this thing in the right direction. Doesn't mean it will happen, but at least you're kind of giving us an olive branch, a metaphor olive branch to, I think we could do better. It's very minimal. It's very small.
Let me ask you guys a question. Now, opening day, he was out there obviously passing out the prizes to Shohei. On introductory for opening day, what's his over-under, percentage-wise, does he make it out on the field? And how much does he get booed?
He'll go on the field because he doesn't have a choice. I think he's obligated by Major League Baseball. He kind of has to.
Okay.
Yep.
But he's going to get booed mercilessly. I mean, he was already getting booed. I mean, we're at the point now where even the casual fans hate him. I mean, there's a small pocket of Angels fans who like him, and these are the honks. And that's fine. You're entitled to like Arte Moreno if you want. All I'm saying is just listen to the facts. Stuff's going to slowly start coming out. I mean, there's already stuff they just threw into the universe. Do your own research. That's all I can say. But nothing's going to save it, man. I don't care if he signs Ohtani to a lifetime contract. I don't care if we win 16 World Series. It doesn't change the fact that he's a bad human being. At the end of the day, I want my Angels team to win, of course. But I want it to be done with an owner who I know cares.
If he rectifies a situation like Bu F44 says, and he will get starting pitchers, and this team wins or goes to the ALCS, does winning cure everything in your mind, or do you still think there's this fallback to Artie's going to fall? Even if the team gets really good, plays over its head, but it falls back into the mediocre ways. Is that going to be like your way of thinking? Like this team's just going to fall back. We can't trust this guy long term.
I feel at the end of the day, let's say we do have a winning season, ALCS, everything you said. I think for the casual Angel fans and for the honks, they'll return him to their good graces.
Okay.
For the diehards like us that, like Fernando said, want a respectable owner who cares about the team, its minor league, and all those intangibles, I think you might get a pass from us for maybe like the day, like, ooh, we can celebrate that we made it to the LCS. But once that high wears off, we're back into the same ways. It's going to be a very quick snap because it's like, because we want to enjoy Mike Trout. We want to enjoy Shohei Ohtani. We care about the players because guess what? When the game is on and the Angels are playing between, first pitch to last pitch, it's all about the players. I'm not thinking about Arte Moreno specifically, maybe the moves he didn't make or some other things. But when it's game time, I'm thinking of the players. When the game stops, then I'm going back to management and figuring out how can we rectify this situation. And I liked what Randy said in his call. If he was honest with us and didn't want to sell the team, do we go get a legitimate coach instead of Phil Nevin? Do we do everything we've done so far? If Artie never said anything, do we go out and make the trades that we did for Renfro and Urshela? Or do we just do the cheap moves like the Squiddy Poos of the world, the Cahills, the Tehrans? Who knows how this offseason could have looked? I think it could have gone really good and it could have gone really bad at the same time. I really don't know what direction it could have went.
True.
Yeah. So there's got to be at least a little bit of perspective that at least we did some positive things during this sell period. It wasn't enough to really push the needle in one direction or another. But I will say the only thing I'm positive and hopeful about, the team right now is better than what they were at the end of the season in 2022. I will say that.
Matt Bedingo wants our thoughts real quick. If the Angels were to have signed Bauer, who gets booed more on opening day, him or Moreno?
Moreno. Don't get me wrong. The answer is probably the latter, but
I would probably say Moreno, but that you would have a lot of people booing Bauer.
Yeah, I mean, I'd boo Bauer, but I mean, I'd also be kind of like, man, I hope this guy has a good season.
Yeah, like if it means we get to the ALCS, maybe. But yeah, he'd come in a very close second, and it would come very close. But Artie still gets booed. He has more of a track record in history with us.
I could hear Fernando now in the stands being like, "Boo!" But do a good job.
You turned that lady's asshole into a Subway bag, you asshole! How dare you?
Yeah,
big guy.
You'd have a lot of a different array of people booing Bauer instead of Moreno. It'd be you know what I'm going to say? It'd be a very eclectic crowd at Angel Stadium on on the third day of the season when Bauer pitches. It would be eclectic.
It'd be weird because I mean, on one hand, he was found innocent. You know what I mean? So but then the other hand, I mean, you still hit a woman either way, but it was all, no matter what you want to call it, it is what it is.
It's now in the court of public opinion.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, it was consensual. We know that now. Consent is obviously the most important thing. But I don't think I'd ever hit a woman even if she was like, this is what I need.
Yeah.
This is what I need to get off. I'm like,
even before all this sex scandal and everything, I was never a huge fan personally of Trevor Bauer. His antics and everything always kind of just rubbed me the wrong way, and the way he and his agent Rachel Luba just kind of go about their business, I just didn't I thought they didn't respect the game enough. They were trying to change the game instead of be a part of the game, and I just for all us traditionalists, that kind of pisses us off the wrong way.
Yeah, him and Jessica Rabbit trying to take over the world.
Yeah.
I have to throw this out there. Jacob says, I bet Randy's done worse. I'm sorry, Randy. I just had to read that. Sorry.
Oh, God, I didn't even see that.
Oh, man.
Are the phone lines closed?
No, but I think we're done with that. I could close them now if you want. Yeah, I'll close them now.
Yeah, we'll close them out.
All right.
Yeah, no, I don't know. There's so many words to put out into this. I think, the best case scenario, I think at the end of the day, kind of encompassing everything that we've talked about the last hour plus, is that the Angel players dig deep, do their business, and be better. Go win baseball games. Go win games you shouldn't win. Go win games you should win. Basically play like the Angels from April to mid-May of 2022. If you can do that for 80% of the season, and even if you hit one small little slump here and there, if you can compete and you can show that you're a playoff caliber team, I think this makes the sting of already coming back a little bit less. But at the end of the day, it's all going to be pinned on the hopes and dreams of where is Shohei Ohtani. Nobody's going to care if we go 100 wins and 62 losses. If Ohtani leaves, it means nothing. We win 50 games and Ohtani comes back. Who cares if we lost 50 games? Ohtani is back. Everything hinges now on Shohei Ohtani, 100%.
I totally agree with you. Honestly, guys, I mean, I think I got everything else I need to from the night. It's just it's one of the more frustrating days of being. Honestly, you know what? No, this is the most frustrating day I've ever had as an Angels fan. This is rock bottom. This is, we got Rick rolled for sure.
Mm.
Q never going to give you up because it's over.
Yeah. Like, I'm still going to go on the record. I'm semi-Rick rolled because from the very beginning, I always had this situation in the back of my head.
We brought this up for sure.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, you were the one who specifically said, watch him just turn around and be like, psych.
Yeah. So for me, am I surprised after, we heard there was meetings and stuff and now it's a bait and switch at the end of January? Like, I thought if he was going to back out, he would have backed out like before the winter meetings or something. He kind of waits a little late to do it, so I'm a little shocked at the timing of it. I'm not so shocked at the result. So I would say I'm in the category of numb at this point and just like, okay, back to business. Like,
coincidentally, he waited for a really dead period when we've had no free agency news. There is no baseball news. There's nothing to talk about. Once again, the Angels are the front page of the tabloids.
He probably waited till the 12th or the 11th hour to make a decision before he had to start fielding actual bids.
Yeah.
And so I think that's what it came down to. My question to you guys is, besides the Shohei Ohtani cloud hanging over this team, that's the number one thing we're going to be talking about all year, even when he does good, is he going to stay? I think my question to you guys, because I have this question about the organization moving on myself, is, are we going to be the destination to go to for 1 year, prove it, and move on to another team contracts? Or are we actually going to start signing guys to long-term?
I guess it depends because the Angels aren't good at revitalizing careers. Matt Harvey, Trevor Cahill, these guys had opportunities, came here, didn't do that well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Cliff Pennington, Cameron Maybin was traded, but, 1 year deal.
Wants to come.
Yeah, exactly. Guys come here, and to Cody Allen, there's a long list that, if we really sat here, we can come up with a long list of just failed 1 year contracts. Yep. Kozar was a big deal. That was like a 5-year deal, I believe.
Yeah.
3 for 39.
Was it 3 years? I thought it was 5. I don't know. Anyway,
who knows?
Cliff Pennington was a 2-year deal. Luis Bueno was a 2-year deal. Like, these are all short-term deals that are low risk, and they didn't pan out.
Mm-mm.
Players don't come here to revitalize their careers. I mean, look at the Coyotes. They'll sign these they'll get Nick Ritchie's, guys who, were decent. They come there, they revitalize their career, and they go somewhere else and they start winning championships. The Angels have not been that organization, and they've tried forever. Dave Winfield, Reggie Jackson, Ricky Henderson. They take guys who are, either on the way out or definitely on the way out. Mm-hmm. And they've always given them these opportunities. How often does it ever pan out for the Angels?
No, not often.
Brett Vaughn.
No. And I think that's where Arte Moreno is. That's the part I think that pisses me off about his ownership. He's delusional. He thinks he can be that. He wants to be when you open the dictionary of Major League Baseball and look at GMs that were, or not GMs, pardon me, owners that were cutting edge, revitalizing. He wants to be the name everybody talks about. Guess what? He's not a Theo Epstein. He's not these, you name me a couple of great GMs and a couple of great owners that have really changed cultures and changed careers. Mm-hmm. Arte Moreno is not like that. He can try all day long. He's trying to get lightning in a bottle, and he misses every time. So I think
that's a great one.
Yeah, to answer your question, Todd, it's hard. It's honestly, it's hard to say. It could go many ways. And until this team takes the field, we don't know.
Yeah.
There's still plenty of free agents left out there that the Angels could be signing right now. I'm still on the big bandwagon of getting another relief pitcher. Andrew Chafin, who's a proven reliever, veteran reliever, a lefty who the Angels need out in the bullpen, is still unmanned. Why isn't he signed to this team right now? Why are the Angels balking on getting another starting pitcher right now? Even if it's somebody like Michael Wacha or Zach Greinke or trading somebody to get like what the Twins did. Mm-hmm. Even though they gave up a pretty high price infielder for Pablo Lopez, why aren't we still doing that? If they were doing things while this news came out, then it wouldn't be as detrimental as I think it feels right now for Angel fans.
I totally agree with all of you. And the last, what you guys said, and the last thing I'm going to say right now, too, is with the recent signings, too, we've seen a couple guys who are getting squeezed out. And you can't really send them down to AAA. They've got nothing else to prove down there, one being the major one, Adele. What's going to happen there? And do you think Artie said, hey, you know what? Let me figure this stuff out before you start making any more deals. So, like, Dominique was saying, there's a pitcher out there that would fit what we need in the bullpen, but we can't do anything about it till I fix my situation here.
Yeah.
And so do we start seeing some minor moves, some trades here and there, or are we going to spring training as is?
I still think the Angels will make a trade. I don't know if it'll be the trade that we were thinking it would be, but I mean, Artie's a business guy. Artie knows, contrary to what we might think, Artie knows people don't like him. He knows that this was the unpopular move, and that might even be why he did it. Artie is a guy who likes the controversy. Who are we kidding? Yeah. But what I will say is I think that he knows that he needs to try to buy people's affection back. And I'm sitting here pissed off, knowing damn right, when you ask me, is there anything he can do? And I'm like, no, he can't. If he was like, hey, guys, we signed we signed Ohtani to a 10-year deal. We got Tyler Glasnow. Oh, and by the way, we somehow cloned Craig Kimbrell from 2015, and he's going to be our new closer. I'd be like, Arte Moreno's my father.
Do not make everything we've done the last hour and a half for nothing.
Right?
Yeah, right. Randy, make sure to say Arte Moreno's my daddy.
Yeah.
Sell the damn t-shirt.
No, please. Shirts. Come on. There's other sites, Rocks in the Alpha, have already made those shirts. Come on, stop.
Yeah, you're right.
Come on. No, yeah. Is there something Arte Moreno could do to make us feel a little bit better? Yeah, I'm down with you, Fernando. You do a couple good signings, a couple trades? Sure. But I think the Angels do what they did last year. You know how, remember when they signed Archie Bradley, Ryan Tepera, and who was the third reliever? Or maybe it was just the two of them. Like 3 days before opening day. And I think something could happen like that again, depending on what happens in spring training. They might take a look. Because remember, there's going to be more guys this year that get some looks in spring training, with Trout being gone for Team USA, Fletcher being gone for Team Italy, and Ohtani being gone for Team Japan, and I think Barria's going to be out, and a couple other Sandoval for Team Mexico. So there's going to be some other minor league and second tier guys that are going to get much more playing opportunity in spring because of the World Baseball Classic. So people that are still stroking Adele's ego a little bit. And I want Adele to prove me wrong. And I know this can create a whole nother segue right here. I want Adele to prove me wrong. If he pans out, I want to be proven wrong. I want people to come at me and say, you were wrong, because I'd rather have that mentality than him fall flat on his face and be a first-round draft pick that we wasted through all these years. We're seeing videos of him hitting and jumping on boxes and doing all this stuff. We know he's athletic already. We get it. And he's in the batting cage whacking dingers. That's great. It's great that you're hitting 70 miles an hour in the cage. Mm-hmm. Now go face Jacob deGrom, maybe 5, 6, 7 times this year with that nasty 97 mile an hour change piece that he's got. And you're going to whiff and miss and go back to the dugout, taking your bat, banging it against your head, saying, why the hell did I swing at that? I need to see it in the game. Enough in the cage work. I'm done.
I totally agree. I think, again, Moniak came up and pretty much mirrored his numbers last year in limited playing time. And Adele was up there a lot more. So
I'd rather see, we got Brett Phillips. I would rather see Brett Phillips, what I've already seen on him on social media. He's changed his swing. His personality fits the Angels mold. He's joking. He's excited. Joe Adele, and it's not personal. He just has that demure personality. You really don't see him having fun, and I get it because he's not playing well. But I would rather have my outfield of Renfroe, Trout, Ward, Phillips, and just let Adele sit in AAA and marinate for a little while, because he's not going to get reps up here unless injuries happen, knock on wood. Yep. Same thing with Ohapi. I know everybody is excited about Logan Ohapi. I'm excited about him too. But as Fernando said earlier, he's got, Stassi's got 2 years left on a deal. The Angels are not, unless a trade happens, they're not cutting Stassi. I would rather have the 24-year-old Logan O'Hoppe spend this year at AAA and then go from there in 2024. If you have to eat what? How much is Stassi getting? 5-7 million a year?
I think he's got 10 left.
Okay, so if you have to cut him and eat maybe 3 to 5 million on the final year of his deal, I'd rather do that than rush O'Hoppe like we rushed Brandon Marsh and Joe Adele and Dallas McPherson and Brandon Wood and Casey Kochman and all these other guys that we rushed up the system because they were so good and so talented. That's great. It never translated.
True.
And I don't want to do O'Hoppe dirty like that because he's got game. We saw it defensively last year. He's got game. The bat will come. He's 24. It's okay. I know Angel fans are calling for O'Hoppe. Be patient. Be patient. I know you are. Just be patient with this kid. Don't rush. I know baseball is a young man's sport.
Yeah.
We were patient with Trout. People were calling it about a year or two ahead of time. And Trout's first 2 years were, I don't want to say pedestrian, but they were fine. They
certainly weren't Hall of Fame trajectory numbers.
No. So let's put that and look at Shohei Ohtani. His first year wasn't amazing. He got hurt. Mm-hmm. And the last 2 years were really when he got seasoned, and now he's the Ohtani we've loved him from day one, but look at his stats. He's what we've wanted when we signed him originally. So sometimes it takes a year or two to marinate them in the good, the seasoning and the juices and make them nice and medium rare if that's how you like your steaks.
Yeah, and then you pretty much got guys coming through the system like Neto. He's coming up pretty quick. Mm-hmm. You had
Ben Joyce.
Yeah, Ben Joyce. You had Soto last
year. Your boy Kai Bush. Sam
Bachman. The list goes on. There's a lot of young talent here, so you can get excited that way. But you do got to sprinkle in some veterans and some guys that you want here for at least 2 to 3 years to groom these guys or to keep the spot, healthy and fresh. That way these minor leaguers aren't thrown into a spot of, hey, Adele, you got to start right away, or Neto, you got to start right away. It's like, no, Neto, you can come off the bench. We'll work you in there as a freaking pinch runner to start.
Get ready. Warm yourself up. Dip your toe in. Have a sip of coffee.
Exactly, and instead we're putting too much, like you guys have mentioned, we're putting too much pressure on these guys right off the bat. So
yeah,
it's going to be an interesting season. Real quick, I had a question for you guys. If you've heard any news, we've been asked a couple times about Chris Rodriguez. You know his status for the season?
I think he's supposed to be ready by spring training, but I know there's still a little bit up in the air there.
Yeah, him and Canning are supposedly all systems go for spring training workouts. I think Canning has less restrictions than Chris Rodriguez. So they're both going to practice and do their stuff, but I think just the throwing programs are going to be different between the two, especially with the new assistant pitching coach from Driveline and working with them and all that good jazz. I think because those two guys got the green light, I think that's why we're holding off on that 6 rotation spot. Because I think Perry wants to believe Canning and Rodriguez can add their name to the mix at the end of the day.
We'll see if making it kind of like a revolving door may or may not help until someone like latches onto it and runs with it. But, I do like Canning. If he could salt away that 6 spot, I think that'd be good. I would rather see for Rodriguez in the pen. But I don't know what they're going to do.
100%. I'm with you on that. I've said for a while, I saw Rodriguez pitch in the minors, and I saw Canning. I saw both guys pitch in the minors when I was working in minor league baseball. And they got good stuff. It's nothing personal. It's just their health hasn't been great. I actually see both of them as relief pitchers because Canning, for a long time, we've seen him. He's always that sweet spot of 3 2/3 to 5 1/3. That's Now that could be injury based and just youthfulness and who knows until he. I would love to see both of them kind of do what Patrick Sandoval did and grind it and become a bona fide top 3 starter. But I see them both as bullpen pieces right now. But, hey, they got the green light. Go perform in spring training and prove us wrong. Let's do it.
Yep, and that's all we can hope for going in to this season is trying to be positive amongst, like many of the callers said, how Fernando said, you said, it's just been one of those kicked in the balls type days to where it's depressing, and I'm right there with you guys. So
And well, before we all forget, 5-star review wherever if you listen to us on podcast, subscribe if you saw us on YouTube, and make sure to like.
Yes, and thank you for everyone calling in and commenting. We love it. We're going to be here all season doing podcasts. Randy's got his podcast coming up. So if you like Randy, you're going to get your your fill of Randy. We got Dominic that's going to be
they're putting out an episode tomorrow, right, Dominic?
Yeah, David and I are recording another our first episode of 2023 with the holidays and things going on. We're finally able to sit down, and what a day to do it. Tomorrow night we're going to record a podcast. So if you want any questions or comments, send us on Instagram and Twitter at Catella_CHRON, and we're going to incorporate those into the show. And the plan was to talk a little Angels and mostly Ducks.
Forget that now, huh?
That bait and switched very fast with just one news cycle today. So it'll be a heavy dose of Angels Arte Moreno news tomorrow on the podcast.
Absolutely. Anything else to plug, my man, Fernando?
No, follow us at Halos in the Infield on Twitter. We have the new Angels Rewinds with Halo Joe. Check out his page, Halo Joe on Facebook. He does some great Angels content. Love Halo Joe. And thanks for all the birthday love from a lot of the Angels fans yesterday. I really appreciate that.
Is this a great belated birthday gift?
This is exactly what I was hoping for. Already ruined my day.
Yeah, that would have only been more perfect if he did it yesterday. But
exactly. It would have been a crappy Sunday, even worse for me. Having to work on a Sunday and then having to report this.
Yeah, what a time.
So between Halos in the Infield and Catella Chronicles, we got a lot to offer moving into the season. Pre and post game shows, all kinds of content covering your team from the stadium, from spring training, on all over the place, and taking your phone calls on select shows and lives like this when breaking news happens. So keep it here, and like my boy Fernando said, give us a like and 5-star rating wherever you listen to podcasts. Or follow and like and subscribe on YouTube. We're really trying to grow the channel, and it's really starting to work. So we really appreciate all the love and support from all our Halo family right there. Were we calling them infielders this year, guys, or what?
I mean, I'm doing that, but I mean everyone else is still going with Halo fam. So
all right,
yeah. If CJ Crone was still an Angel, I would have called the Catella Chronicle people like the cronies or something. But
I like that. I like
CJ's, CJ's gone, so he doesn't get the royalties. I'll still stick with the cronies then.
There you go. All right, guys. Well, I'm done for tonight. I think we put on a pretty good show. Take it easy, everybody.
Love you guys.
Cheers.